What is up, guys? My name is Pocketcraft and welcome back to another Legendary Monday. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to get the mythical Pokemon Darkrai, one of the coolest mythicals ever created. Make sure to stick around to the end of this video so you don't miss out on any of the tips. And if you find this helpful at all, please smash that subscribe button. We're really pushing to 100k and we'd love to have you as part of the team. Now, first things first, Darkrai doesn't spawn in vanilla Cobblemon, so you'll need the Aldemon's data pack and resource pack enabled. I'll have a link to it in the description, but you'll want to make sure it's in your data pack folder and your resource pack folder. There is a version compatible with Mega Showdown. If you also are using Mega Showdown, I'll link both down below. And make sure that you have it selected here. Otherwise, it won't work and it'll just show up as a substitute doll. Once you have that enabled, Darkrai is an ultra rare spawn in the deep dark biome. But he can be very difficult to catch and you can't trap him in a boat. He's got some weird legs, which I did not realize. So I'm going to give a couple tips for catching him that'll help it be a little bit easier. And that leg thing he's doing really keeps freaking me out. As far as catching Darkrai goes, there's a couple of tips. I recommend just starting the battle with a quick ball. It has a 5 times catch rate on the first turn, and if you're lucky, you can catch it there. Obviously, if you have a mastered ball, then you can just throw that and it doesn't matter, but those are pretty hard to come by. Then as far as the Pokemon to use, I recommend always having a Gallade. There are other Pokemon you can use if you don't want to use Gallade, like a Alolan Marowak or Scyther that learn the move False Swipe, but you need a Pokemon with False Swipe so you can get it down to 1%. A lot of people like Breloom, but Breloom actually doesn't have False Swipe in Cobblemon, so it's not as useful. Gallade also has Hypnosis, which is nice, and it has the ability Sharpness, which makes False Swipe do more damage. Then if the Quick Ball doesn't work, you're going to want to False Swipe Darkrai down to 1% like we have here, and then put it to sleep or paralyze it. And we're currently at turn number 10. Before turn number 10, if you have a Dream Ball, you can use a Dream Ball. It's your best option. If the Pokemon's asleep, it'll give you a 4 times catch rate. After turn number 10, a Dream Ball or a Timer Ball will both have times 4 catch rate. You can use either one, and these will be the most effective Pokeballs you can use. If you do this strategy and have some other high-level Pokemon in your party or some revives in case Gallade gets knocked out, you should be set. It'll still be a little bit difficult to catch because it is a very low catch rate, but you should be able to catch it eventually and get this awesome guy on your team. Now, Darkrai is an ultra rare spawn, so it can be a little bit hard to come by. There are a couple of tips to help catch rare Pokemon. Sometimes people build Sky Pillars. That's not really going to work for Darkrai because he has to be in the deep dark biome. You could build a minecart that whips around the deep dark biome, quickly spawning in and spawning out Pokemon. Or I recommend maybe just building something cool like my Pokemon Center build or some sort of farm down there, or mining for resources, doing something that takes a lot of time. This doesn't increase the spawn chance, but it will help prevent you from getting bored and quitting, and it'll also have you do something that makes your world nicer. Now, I've found a lot of times as I'm working on some sort of project like this, the rare Pokemon I'm looking for just happens to spawn. It may not be easy, but if you follow these tips, you should be able to catch yourself a Darkrai and have this awesome guy on your team. Make sure to hit that like button if this was enjoyable, and check out this series right here, the Cobblemon Survival Guide, where I teach you absolutely everything you need to know about Cobblemon.